You know, rats are really on the fence. Like, some things about them are really cute. And then there's just a couple things about them that are just...
It's a bold move to, I think, to have rats as your main characters, because some people don't like bald tails, but they're kind of cute when you get used to them, you know?
And, you know, rats are very interesting creatures. I acknowledge the creepy aspect of them, but when you actually get some lab rats down there that aren't full of disease or anything like that, and have them hanging out, you know, they're kind of sweet.
The look of the rats has to support that idea too, so they have to look like rats, but they can't look too ratty. They have to be appealing characters as well. So it's that fine balance, and that's where the work is, especially in the art direction and the character design.
These rats have naturalistic aspects, and a lot of that is markings like fuzz along the ears and nose and tail. But things like the stripy, scaly tail on a rat were just a little too much.
I don't want to talk about the tail. What about my adorable peach fur-covered little ears?
While we were working on the rats, there's a few people here who have pet rats, and they brought them in. And especially for the wet looks, that's not something you normally can find pictures of in a book. So we had to, you know, put a little water on them and watch how their hair kind of clumped together and fell down. And then for the animators, I'm sure they watched them obsessively clean it off.
The trick with this film is really all about really capturing the essence of how rats move, but making them appealing instead of creepy. So they're very light, they're very quick, they move incredibly rapidly, and there's a lot of shape change. Like, they really stretch out and squash.
You always had to find that fine line between human and rat. We don't want it to look like someone just got into a big rat suit. We wanted it to have some kind of connection to a rat.
We have to see the little wiggling noses and the kind of furtive gestures that they do. And then we can start to introduce human gestures.
Hey, yeah.
But we always have to kind of remind them that they're rats.
What makes you think that these rats are more endearing than gross is that you infuse character into these rats, and that, you know, you make them a brother or a son or a cook. You think of Remy as, you know, that struggling artist that needs to, like, create and be painting, instead of like a rat that's got rabies.
You don't know where these paws have been!
Remy has to transition from being in the rat world to the human world. He himself internally feels like he's becoming human. He's in the human world, he's cooking, he's feeling comfortable in that world. It draws a distinction between Remy and the rest of the colony.
You really want to be rooting for Remy, and you really want to connect with him, because it's not natural to want to see a rat in a kitchen, so you really have to want to, you know, see this happen for him. And when you put the naturalistic detail in there, you get all that, and it pulls you in.
You know, I think a great story can change perceptions, and maybe this will help out those critters, because they're pretty interesting animals.
Team 4, roasted items. Team 5, grill. Team 6, sauces. Get to your stations. Let's go, go, go! Those handle